Hello everyone and welcome back for Nsomnia versus Team A-MEI-ZING. The two winners of the two matches we've previously casted today. Both teams beating most skill shots, but well played by all the teams so far today. And we're excited for this match between Team Nsomnia versus Team A-MEI-ZING. Coin flip was won by Team A-MEI-ZING. They chose that first hero pick again. Nsomnia banning out Cursed Hollow and Battlefield of Eternity, the two maps that Team A-MEI-ZING just played. And Team A-MEI-ZING banned out Braxis and Sky Temple. And Nsomnia said, let's go to Towers of Doom and run it back there. So we're going to Towers of Doom for game 1, with first pick going over to Team A-MEI-ZING. And we're waiting on people again. Towers of Doom generally goes pretty late, and as such you tend to pick later game heroes a lot of the time. So it looks like Team A-MEI-ZING is going to do the same thing as last time, where they're going to draft with one player, then after the draft kick them, remake, pick everyone, and then get the right players on there. So that's what it's looking like right now. I expect to see Nsomnia to go to a somewhat similar draft that we saw from them last time around, with the Mothvale offlane double soaking, and then and then a strong 4-man, potentially seeing the Diablo again coming out from Typhel. And looking to blow people up with the Tyrande Diablo combinations. Hopefully they don't get interrupted this time by any power slides from EPCs, but we'll see how that goes. So we're getting into the draft. Remember, we will be remaking, so these aren't all necessarily the players that we will be seeing playing in the game for Team A-MEI-ZING, which are not currently up 2-0, as this is a new series, and it's 0-0. So we'll get that fixed up real quick, as this isn't a best of 5. This is just a 3-game mini-series, or a 3-match mini-series that we've been casting all day. Started at 7, now we're starting here. We have Abathur first banned out by Team A-MEI-ZING, no big surprise there, solid map for him. And Nsomnia could see the Ana ban, could see a tank ban of some kind, could see Kira, could see Maev, could see all kinds of shenanigans get banned out here. Team A-MEI-ZING does play Valla, does also plays main tank Uther, I'm a big fan of. They're going to ban out the Alarak. Apparently that's not so much a scout ban so much as they just don't like it. They just don't like the Alarak. Can't blame them too much. Alarak can be a pretty tilting and pretty snowbally hero in the right hands, constantly getting silenced to move around, and the lightning poke. It's just kind of, you can just be obnoxious sometimes. It's gonna be the Savants banned out by Team A-MEI-ZING. Not looking to pick it up this time again, as Nsomnia will have the last ban here of the first ban phase. Could still be Ana, could be a Zeratul, could be a Dahaka, could be all kinds of crazy things. Could be Ana. Not many people picking Anduin right. Slow play. A little bit slow on his healing, hurts him. It's gonna be the Kira ban, also not gonna deal with that. DPS bans coming out from Nsomnia. It's gonna be a snap pick on coming out from A-MEI-ZING there. Looking to get that pick picked up quickly for them. Good anti-heal, good healing output. Sleep Dart could see the defibrillator at 4 again that we saw last time. Could see grenade build, true grenade build. Could see the full defibrillator build. It's gonna be the Hanzo, and it's gonna be Diablo. So it's gonna be Typh on the Diablo again, and we saw him survive a lot of shenanigans with in the first set of the series that we watched against most skill shots and Nsomnia. Team A-MEI-ZING probably gonna pick up a main tank. There it is, Garrosh. It's not even scripted, I swear. And then they're going to probably pick up a DPS here. Probably some kind of bursty mage to follow that up with. Green main, it's bursty, not necessarily a mage, but it's bursty for sure. Also denying the bullet, which is a pretty good counter to Garrosh. Team A-MEI-ZING, looks like they're drafting a lot of what Nismo Skillshot's picked up against Nsomnia that didn't work out, so we'll see if they can flip that storyline around as Maev is banned out by Nsomnia here. The ban for Maev, I imagine, will be a healer ban since they have theirs and Nsomnia doesn't have theirs. Probably Tyrande. Imagine this is a Tyrande ban. Daka's still on the table. It's actually an Anduin, man. Trying to not let people pull people back from the... Not trying to deny the ability to pull people backwards after being thrown by Garrosh, unless they pick a Stitches, but even then he has to thread the needle. Compared to Anduin's point and click, you're coming back here with me, buddy. It's going to be Jaina and Matheo picked up for Nsomnia, as we question why they haven't picked up their healer yet. I guess they really want the Matheo, really want Jaina. Really good wave clear on their side all around. Really good damage output. Really just a solid, like, generic draft from Nsomnia. A lot of these heroes have been meta for a pretty long time, so everyone's pretty comfortable on them. Does mean people are generally comfortable against them, but it doesn't really matter if they're so good number-wise. As Team A-MEI-ZING picks up Orphea Thrall. Orphea, a little bit of a more interesting pick. Good mage, though. Good poke potential. Good combo potential coming out. We can see Ring of Frost versus Crushing Jaws here from the Orphea versus the Jaina matchup. Probably won't, but we could. We have the Stukov last pick picked up there for Taki. No surprise, as there's the dodge, so that way they can get the right people in here. And we are looking pretty solid. The Orphea is the bit of a wild card. She's a little squishy. If you're not careful, she'll just die, especially against like a Diablo. But if you don't die, you put out a lot of damage. A lot of damage. So you always gotta look at these wild cards picks, like the Orphea. Wonder, she gonna be what wins them the game, or is she gonna be what loses them the game? So that's the question. Be, not to be. Diana, of course, is gonna be a very solid pickup. As well, for that side, we also have Thrall, Garrosh. So Garrosh pickoff's a real threat here. Garrosh is considered the tank counter to Diablo most of the time. So we can see Diablo dive in and then either be thrown really deep to where you can't be saved, or thrown out to where you can't overpower. So interesting choices there. Also have the Hanzo. Could see Hanzo go the Dragon Arrow. Jaina, Ring of Frost, and Apoc can do a full combo. We're gonna load in here and see what they want to do, as we have Solin on Hanzo, Jamsters playing the Matheo, Typh back on the Diablo, Tachyon, Stukov, and French playing the Jaina. On the other side, we have Hunter C Jr. playing Garrosh, Goranmin on the Thrall, Fun Buns playing Orphea, Uninverted playing Greymane, and Tempest playing that Ana. We'll have to see what build the Orphea goes, whether or not she goes into the Q build or something different with the combo build. Has options. Options are always good. Options make characters better. The more options you have, the more flexibility your character has, the more options you can draft them in. More drafts you can draft them in. So we're going to load in a little bit slower because for whatever reason, Jamester likes to play on potatoes. Potato power. At least it's organic. At least biodegradable. It's good eco-friendly power source potatoes. See, Jamester's last. Always last. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. These games were on West Coast servers, though. He'd probably be the first. But alas, we play on Central servers. Just realized how low battle Solin hero level is compared to everyone else. Start to the game. This playing as much as everyone else. As we load into the game here, we're going to Towers of Doom Game 1, Nsomnia versus Team A-MEI-ZING. Let's get excited as James DC's from the game. I think he's actually here though, because he's moving. Yeah. There it is. He's on a pale horse again. For the Mothael, we see Grenade at level 1. It's the Soul Shield again for Diablo. It's Fingers of Frost. Ancestral Strength for Fia, so it looks like she's going to go more into the combo build than the more skill-heavy Q build that you sometimes see coming out from her. Ambitiousness. Yeah. Breaker, Echoes of the Element. So, the one thing to watch, though, is if they put Orphea in the offlane, or if they're going to put the Thrall. Most likely it'll be the Thrall, but Orphea would have better double soak potential against the Mothael. His teams are going to start harassing here, and it is going to be W build. Hanzo again. Solenja's going to move straight to the bottom lane, not looking for any of this business. Well, Hunter's going to take some damage there. But he'll be able to get healed up over time by the Ana. As there goes Jamster again. Playing on a potato. This is, Fun Buns is just like, this is clearly the DDoS. That's because he plays on potato. So, he seems to be back. Jimster's typing in chat at least. So, see how long that lasts. They're claiming ready, so they should be counting down here in a second. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And we're back into the action here. Very short pause there. Very short. Solenja going to do a good job of jumping away from the Garrosh throw before he dies. We're just going to rotate down to help with that wave clear. Tacky's going to set up here. 17 seconds left on the camps. Hunter's going to ping that out as well. They're going to scout out these camps. Deciding to go for one more wave apiece. Team A-MEI-ZING going to go for the mid wave, and Simon's going to go for the bottom wave. There's Jamster. He's going to take some damage, but he's also going to do a little bit of wave clear. Camps to spawn. We'll see who gets their camp first, and it's going to be pretty close. They technically threw the first bit of damage. We also have a two-man invade on this side, as Hanzo is going to take quite a bit of damage, almost dying to Orphea there. But it's going to get healed up by the Stukov. They're instead going to kill the Garrosh. Meanwhile, the camp was finished up on the side of Team A-MEI-ZING, delaying that camp out. While Jamster, meanwhile, is about to get ganked here in the mid lane. Not going to get slowed by it, but is going to be hit by the Sleep Dart. And there's not really any XP for him. Well, there's a little bit top lane, I guess. This lane got frozen up by Gronlin up there. That's a good job on his part, making sure to keep the wave nice and close to him, making it a little bit harder for Jamster. Orphea looks to put on some damage on Battle, but he'll flip away again. Battle is Solin. He renamed himself during the season, which is why I keep referring to him as Battle. In case you didn't know that. This Diablo. He's probably going to pick up his W talent now that he's at 4. There it is. Some extra healing for him. It's going to be the physical armor again for Stukov here. Trying to mitigate some of that gray main value as we see a potential gank come out onto Fun Buns here. Good W coming out from Hanzo, missing only 2, but they're going to go ahead and finish off Orphea anyways, as now there's the Garrosh, but he's not going to get anything off, as there's the big slow from Stukov as he's trying to get those fetid touch stacks going. And the teams are going to rotate back down as Mothael will rotate back up. And here's the first objective phase, the traditional triple altar phase, with the solo altar this time being true bottom instead of mid bot. Mid bot, true bot. That's how I'm going to refer to them. That way you know. That way when I say where it is, you already know. Obviously these are just the top 2, left and right. As we have 3 people from each team down here, and 2 people from each team up here. I'm going to trade those. James is actually going to rotate that down. Mothael could be delayed here by Garrosh in that case, as Orphea looks to try to just burn down Hanzo real quick, but instead going to get caught out by herself, 230, but quickly getting healed up. Ana still taking damage, but still also getting heals as well. They're just trading Hanzo arrows for Ana heal darts. Meanwhile, we have a 2v1 in the top lane, as Jamster's looking to box out both of these heroes, but is going to be taking quite a bit of damage. He's going to try to retreat out of this. A little bit of healing there, take some extra damage though from the lightning, but he's going to get out in the end. He's going to have tap available. There's Diablo going to get dismounted by Greymane. Meanwhile, Garrosh will be able to finish tapping in time. Can they get a counter kill in return? Probably not. As Diablo is instead going to get thrown in and potentially die on his own. There goes Diablo. Orphea taking some damage there from the Hanzo and Jaina combo, but not enough to fall. It's Diablo, only the third blood of the game. But Garish was first. As the second wave of sapper camps have spawned, and now teams will begin that long journey of killing them. And by long journey, I mean like the next 5 seconds. Because Unaverted's getting low on mana. But it's going to be a 4v4 invade here onto the sapper camp on the blue side. Hunter taking a little bit of damage there, but also getting healed up quite a bit. He's going to be thrown off, Diablo's going to be thrown off there. But then they're going to move forward. Taki's still chasing. He's going to slap Garrosh with the big arm. Orphea going to be dove by the Diablo, but doesn't matter as it's actually going to be French who dies. And he took Icy Flows as well. I think he took that last time. As there goes the 7 talents for both teams. But it's a 3-man kill going over to Team A-MEI-ZING. And also they're probably going to be able to push in the sapper camps now. And Unstatable. Stable's not usually a talent to see, but it is a full grenade build this time around for the Ana. All these talents are pretty much what we expected, except for Ice Flows, which is a little interesting. Some CDR there on Cone of Cold, as well as some extra AoE area. Could have been snap picked in that team fight for that choke area, as they're going to clean up that, but they lost a little bit of health of that fort, not necessarily what you want to do this early on. 9 stacks for Warbreaker here, 17 stacks for WQuest and Hanzo, as Diablo's going to go in on the Orphea. But again, Ana's right behind her, ready to heal her up. They're going to actually throw her out, as this is not Volsky, and that means Into the Fray is not banned on this map. As Taki quickly channels that, meanwhile both top laners just being XP bots, as we kept talking about earlier. As the teams in the bottom lane are both looking to get out of here, there is the large physical armor coming out from Stukov, but it's going to go away because it only lasts for a couple seconds after it's been popped. And they're going to go in on the Orphea again, and they're going to be able to secure the kill this time around with the damage from Jaina, as well as the silence coming out from Stukov. Ana healing, not infinite, just high. As top laners are going back and forth, there's the throw onto Diablo into the tower. He's going to get slept as well, but it's actually Greymane who was left behind who's going to end up being the one to fall there. As Nsomnia is gotten their level 10s. They're going to pick up Massive Shove, Last Rites, Dragon's Arrow. We'll see what Diablo and Jaina go for. It's going to be Water Elemental. They're not really that surprising, as I know that that's what that team prefers to go, and it's going to be the APOC again for Diablo. Meanwhile, on the side of Team A-MEI-ZING, they're going to pick Crushing Jaws, Curse Bullet. It's actually going to be Eye of Horus, Earthquake, and Roller Challenge. So they're trying to do some extra healing there from a safe distance, trying to keep that on a safe, while also being able to do healing. A lot of damage going on to Diablo as he was hit by Bullet. Soul Shield not going to be enough. Fun Bun's also taking a lot. 2-man people hit by the Chomp into the taunt, and that is going to be Jaina who falls. That was a Soul Reset on Diablo. Water Elemental was popped there as well. His Taki's getting pretty low, and 39 health. He's going to die to the cocktail from Greymane as it just clips the building there, and Solon is going to jump back. There's Diablo. He's going to start trying to regain his souls using that Fire Stomp talent at 7. As both objectives in the top lane are about to spawn, Jamster is going to look to take one, Orphea is going to look to take the other. Orphea is going to look to interrupt Jamster here, as we have 3 people from that team going to show up here in just a second. Meanwhile, the bottom camp is going to go over to Team A-MEI-ZING, and now they'll go ahead and trade those out in the top objectives. Hanzo in a position to potentially defend here, but needs to be careful not to instantly die if he gets hit by a Sleep Dart and then the bullets. There's a Sleep Dart. Well, are they going to bullet? There's the bullet! Anti-heal, but not quite enough damage. Instead, it's actually Hunter there in the back who's looking to die, and he will end up falling to the last right. Throws all the way in the top lane, but it's Jamster here who's doing it, put in quite a bit of work, as both Ana and Greymane get super low, and there's the Orphea ulti and the APOC, and it's Orphea who ends up being the one who falls down instead. And it's a W. A couple more W's had gone over to Ana there, she would have ended up falling as well, and both teams are going to end up trading this camp as Nsomnia picks up the one inside of Team A-MEI-ZING. Thrall's just going to work and take the top one as Jamster works on double soaking again. The rotational power of On the Pale Horse that Team Nsomnia has been using so well in the matches we've seen them on Towers of Doom, which is their most preferred map according to Jamster in the coin flip lobby, is this Malthael they've been putting in work with. There's Massive Shove on Garrosh saying, no, you go away. And meanwhile, it takes like no damage because he had all that armor while the shove was going. He's going to go ahead and mount up. They're going to back up a little bit, just kind of look to clear up a little bit as top laners are just acting as big XP bots. It's actually going to be a rotation here onto Jamster, but they're not going to be able to catch him out in time as level 13 talents are picked up for both teams. Some physical armor there from Malthael. The root, of course, for Stukov, Icy Veins, Ninja Assassin. Defensive measures, so we're going to see some shielding going out on the Garrosh whenever he lands that Q stun onto someone. Evasive Massimo. I don't know how to say that talent. So some AoE healing around Orphea whenever she activates that. Purifying darts to remove slows and roots. As we have a 4v5, 5v5 as Thrall finishes his rotation and Garrosh is getting a stun. Stukov almost finishing that. I feel like he might have been able to. So there's the silence in APOC. There's a taunt onto 2 and big Orphea ulti going to hit 2. Diablo's going to be the first to fall. And then it's going to be Garrosh from the Malthael ulti. There's the talent at 13 from Orphea as Jamster dies on Malthael, and it's probably going to be French next here to fall as Thrall continues to chase down. He's going to end up dying to the lightning. 120 health on the Thrall though, as Orphea dives in a little bit. This altar is not being channeled by anyone just yet. There's the lightning ricocheting, but it's not going to be quite enough there. As Orphea looks to wrap around and look for something here. Just be careful, Stukov shove is up. If they miss position, they will get pushed in and will die to the death zone. But instead, it's going to be Nsomnia's camp that will go down after Uninverted finishes the channel on the objective. And this could potentially be the first fort of the game to fall here as they push in the Sapper camp. Will the Sapper camp even be needed? Nope. That's potentially 3 extra shots going to go the way of A-MEI-ZING if they can finish pushing the Sapper camps into the tower, the death zone. Death zone's everything past this wooden plank. Same thing on the other side. As there goes Bullet onto Diablo, and then they're stunning out 2 more with the Garrosh Warbringer. They're going to throw French in on the Jaina, and he's going to end up dying. Blizzard's going to be there to help clear it. Are they going to be able to finish off the Sappers, though? There's Orphea ulti onto the Hanzo. They're able to do quite a bit of damage there as 2 shots. 2 shots were secured there by the Sapper camp. Hanzo is going to try to back, but there's the Hanzo ulti as they look to turn this potentially. Not going to be able to as Into the Fray was used on the Greymane. There's Eye of Horse. They're going to start using some body blocks there by Diablo to make sure that they don't accidentally get him killed with that, as they're going to use it to heal up the Greymane. Malthael going to keep soaking. Orphea working on getting the other Sapper camp for Team A-MEI-ZING here. Nsomnia down 16 talents. But objective-wise, still pretty even. We have Earthshaker. Garrosh throws in Diablo. There's the taunt and Bullet, and he's going to end up falling instantly to the combination of ults that they just popped off. Very clean job by Team A-MEI-ZING there as they continue their scaling prowess. 3% damage, lifesteal on Orphea Q now, and this is the big 3-man spawn in the mid game here as we have bot mid and then the top 2 here. They're going to dive in on the Orphea there, and then slow and root combination on the silence, and that's just going to be a dead Orphea with that CC chain. Meanwhile, Hanzo's going to look to try to clean up this Sapper camp so it doesn't push in here. He needs to be careful not to get thrown around a little bit. There's another 2 shots from Sappers though. They're going to clean out the last one, but meanwhile in the top lane you have French trying to clean that out. You have Eye of Horse coming in from the mid bot objective. Is actually going to end up finishing off the Malthael basically, who also keeping the Greymane from dying to Malthael's last right ulti. It's going to be 2 for 1 in terms of objectives going over to Team A-MEI-ZING. As Solon tries to knock some damage onto this tower here as another Sapper camp just respawned. We saw it there at the top of the screen. And Team A-MEI-ZING is going to look to gank here. Yep, they're looking to gank first. Make sure they still control that building for when they take that camp. And that camp's going to start getting pinged by danger. I'm assuming that the pings of danger are coming from Nsomnia, but could be Team A-MEI-ZING just reminding their team that they need to go get that. It's going to be minus armor on the Jaina as well, trying to get some even higher burst potential on that to kill people before Ana has a chance to really heal them up. And there's the Sapper camp going over to Team A-MEI-ZING. They're going to look to push that in. They're actually going to dive in on Orphea here. Going to put in a little bit of damage, but she's going to be quickly healed. Just kind of trading in some cooldowns here as level 10s are all up for both teams. And Sappers are pushing in, so imagine there's going to be a fight breakout. Meanwhile, these 2 are up here and fighting. Last Rites is available. We'll keep an eye on their health bars. There goes the Jaws going down onto just Diablo. As I think some sappers got in. I'm not sure if sappers got in or not. Meanwhile, this trade could go either way. As Last Rites is available as a finisher. But there's Eye of Horus coming out. And now he's in trouble as there's the rest of the team as well. And Last Rites wasn't able to finish it. He's just trying to commit to the kill to at least trade out here, but isn't going to be able to. Eye of Horus value from the Ana. There's the Hanzo arrow trying to get up that kill as well. Not going to be able to, but they were able to retake the fort in the bottom lane for Team Nsomnia. And, wow. Alright, well, Team A-MEI-ZING decided, hey, let's get the 4 more shots and make it just a sapper camp difference now. We'll go ahead and do so, as now Nsomnia is forced to win both objectives and every objective from here on out if they want to win this game. Tough, but not undoable. As we see Tythus positioning here, he's going to have to fire stomp out the Greymane. As meanwhile, Thrall's just rushing in. He's going to end up dying. There's a 4-man taunt though, and Big Bullet coming into Diablo there. Jaina getting super low, going to be forced to ice block as there goes Diablo. French is going to go ahead and die. Hanzo going to be hit by the Orphea ulti. Is also going to go down. It's just down to Taki and Mathael, who just respawned, so he's not even there. He's going to 200 health, and he's going to end up dying as Gradient heavily dove there, just going to back. Meanwhile, Mathael is trying to get something done here to make sure that they don't just lose the game right here and now. And this is it. He might as well die for it because there's nothing else to do. You either die for it or you lose the game anyways. So who cares about stats? This is your chance to shine. Can you do the 4-for-1? Nope. He's going to go ahead and die. That's going to be game 1 going over Team A-MEI-ZING. As there was a spray from Ana as well. Bam. That is game 1 in the bags. Going over to Team A-MEI-ZING. Both teams look good though. For sure. So we will have to see how that gets shooken up going into game 2 of this best of 3 series between Nsomnia and Team A-MEI-ZING. Hero damage wise, it's going to go over to Greymane by 7k. Bullet is still doing bullet things. Siege damage going over to Hanzo, or Mathael, as he was able to double soak quite a bit. We see Ana had no deaths there, as well as topped hero damage by quite a bit, 40k almost. Really closer to 30 by the time you drop that and add that in there. And quite a bit in either way. Diablo taking quite a bit of damage, but also 7 deaths. So, pretty easy to aid up a lot of damage if you're also dying a lot. Meanwhile, Garrosh, 3 deaths, only 20k behind. XP advantage actually going over to Thrall by a hair over the Mathael. Whew. What a series so far. As Team Nsomnia goes to their voice channel to discuss what their game plan is moving into game 2. Will they take map pick, choosing a map that they prefer to play, take hero pick to kind of get a secure pick that they want, especially that Ana that all the teams are kind of covering right now. Could go either way. I imagine you'd probably go for a map pick in this situation. I'm guessing that since Nsomnia likes to play generically neutral maps and then edge out victories that way, I'm expecting Infernal Shrines if they were to pick one. Could also go the other route though, so we'll have to see what they end up choosing. If you hand over map pick over to... Oh, I'm sorry, it's been a long day. We're up to 4 hours straight of casting right now. Anyways, well, we're about to find out. We are going to Volskaya Foundry. That's right, it was banned last time, not this time. So Volskaya Foundry. Don't know who actually picked the map. Another one of those maps where you end up fighting over a central point a lot. Could see double support Vala, which is what Team A-MEI-ZING has ran on this map previously, from the very brief amount of scouting I did. Could see Hammer come out, because we saw that today. We've seen Nsomnia on this map. They didn't pull anything fun. Maybe they'll do something a little bit different this time around, not take it to a 30-minute game to edge out a victory. Could see 4 tanks and a Lucio. That's a strat. Could see 5 supports. Also a strat on this map. What else is there? This guy is really just who can hold the point the best. And it's just like, what idea do you have to hold this area? Gazlo, Probius, good at holding areas. Generally not picked anyways, because they're just considered bad. They're a little slow for Heroic Division. I don't imagine we'll see either one. But you never know. Teams sometimes spice things up at the end of the season. Going into playoffs, prepare, figure out what little bit they have left in the back pocket actually works and what doesn't. Don't end up in a playoff scenario having to be dependent on that back pocket strat and then find out you don't actually know how to play it. That would be disappointing. But probably not the case here, as we're heading into Volskaya. Sometimes we're still waiting on one more. It's actually Jamster. Yeah, Jamster's the one not in the lobby yet. Probably went back to bed. Just why they're late to game 1 almost. Shameful. Calling them out. Ugh. Probably see an Ana pickup again if it's not banned. Could see Garrosh, could see Diablo. Both are fine tanks. Could see Nubrak. This is a map you sometimes see Johanna a lot more often in because it's just beef tanks in the way. Could see Simro. Could see Sylvanas. A lot of things we could see. There's a lot of things that are just strong right now, which is nice. Nice for the game. You kind of pick and choose what ones you want to let through, which ones you don't, and to kind of pick which ones you want to play that are left. So that's nice. Just gonna refill my drink here. Waiting for the last person to join the lobby. Some nice lemonade, keep us nice and refreshed. What do you guys want to see? Could see the Abathur. Objective again takes a little bit longer. Sometimes you get Abathur value on this map. They're inquiring about the whereabouts of the hamster. Hamster Jamster. Apparently his game bugged out, wouldn't allow him to join the lobby, so he's asked to restart the whole client, so he will be back momentarily. Part where it's nice to have someone there. Bit cozy here. Nice relaxed stream today. Long one, but nice relax. If you weren't aware, tomorrow we will be back at 10:30 with playoff action of, let's check the calendar. Playoff action between Roll 1 Esports and Logical Decision. And Logicalia will be back to co-cast that tomorrow at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And that is Division B West Playoff Semifinals? Quarterfinals? Where are they at? Semifinals, alright. So that will be Division B West Semifinals. Roll 1 Esports versus Logical Decision tomorrow, 10:30 p.m. Eastern. Roll 1. We've casted before. Logical Decision, we've casted before. Both teams put on a very good show. Previously, I don't think we casted them when they faced each other, but we've casted both individually. So that will be exciting to see. Nevertheless, Roll 1, fun team. I enjoy watching Roll 1 a lot. I run into them a lot in draft modes and facing them. So, yeah. We're still waiting on Jamster here to show up. Oh, he's here. He is in the lobby. We will be starting any second now. And you'll have to watch me sit here trying to figure out what to say about Volskaya as we're going back there in the same day. Do I have any stats for him? I don't have any stats for it on a post-it note. He was here in the lobby and then he left. Now he's back in the lobby. Alright. Any second now. Get. May. Forehead looks huge. I feel like. But that's the angle, because I'm trying to keep the glare off the glasses the best I can. I need new glasses anyways. Should get them anti-glare. So that way I don't have that issue. I can look here, and you can still see my eyes. Regardless, Jamster's in the lobby. This time securely, it looks like. So we should be starting in just a moment of game 2. As they're moving the head around to the right people now. Didn't call for it earlier. And looks like, so draft pick is going to go over to Nsomnia, which means that Team Amazing had the map pick. So Team Amazing picked this, which makes sense because they were winning the last map, so it makes sense to come to the most similar map you can, which in this case was Volskaya, to fight over point control again. Here we go. Volskaya Industries. Volskaya Foundry. Game 2 of the best of 3 between Amazing and Nsomnia. Nsomnia, I believe, needs to win this to make playoffs. 2-1 or 2-I, I believe, either way. But regardless, needed to win both their matches today to make it in. Just squeaking in. So they are going to attempt to do that by doing the reversal sweep bowl on Team Amazing. And the first ban from Nsomnia is going to be the Abathur. The objective takes a while, regardless if you're standing on it or your opponent's standing on it, so take it out, because it gives an XP advantage. Same thing TOV would do, but TOV is just not as good at it, because it doesn't play as safe, and can't be a global with a hat. This ban coming out from Team Amazing could be a lot of things, could be Johanna. It's gonna be Johanna. I swear, it's not scripted, guys. I'm just that good at reading these teams. As we're waiting for the next ban to show up here from Nsomnia, it's going to be the Maev, not wanting to deal with that on this tight little map that you have to stand on as a group on a point for. Take that out of the hero pool. Team Amazing, I imagine, we'll be looking at things like Ana. Wow. Wow, we called another ban. We're getting too good at this. As Ana's banned out there. Could see Diablo, could see Garrosh, could see Nubrak, so there's plenty of tanks left. Could also look at healers, look at picking up the Toronto before it has a chance to get banned out again. Could look at Greyman or some other hero DPS that you want to secure before the enemy team has a chance to take it. And if this was gold, it would be Kael'thas, but instead it's going to be Garrosh. Garrosh, not bad, not bad. We haven't actually seen Typhal on it yet. So in the first series we saw him on Diablo and then Johanna. So Nsomnia already changing up their game plan from their first series where we watched them play a 31-minute match on Volskaya, which was tedious as neither team could quite squeak out a big enough advantage to win because they kept wiping each other. It's going to be Ariel, and I imagine Vola will be picked with it. Yes, it will. And there's Valariel picked up as the first 2 picks there for Amazing. Will we see a Tassadar, please? We could, again, using the fact that they're longer objectives, see that double support come out to give you the extra sustain. Vola more than enough damage on her own to take down a team if she's given enough support and a big enough front line. And the next picks from Nsomnia, I imagine, would be Zeratul. I wasn't going to predict Zeratul. I was going to say healer plus DPS, but it's going to be Zeratul Stukov. Probably going to look for more of a blow up so that way the double support doesn't have a chance to get off. And I was just saying, Zeratul not seen as much play since the nerf to his wormhole talent, and there is Hanzo going to be banned out, so that way they don't have that arrow option. There's Tassadar banned out by Nsomnia, so we're not going to get to see that fun hero. One day, Tassadar, we will get to see you since your buffs before your rework. Maybe we'll see it tomorrow. We'll see. Playoff match, so they haven't been practicing it, I doubt it. But they've had a week to practice since their last matches, both teams, so we'll see. As it's going to be the ETC and the... Give me their second healer. There. Thrall. Never mind, I was wrong. Stop predicting it. ETC and Thrall picked up here for Team A-MEI-ZING. Starting to build up a little bit of front line there. Not sure if they'll still go into double support here. Could go into triple front line though. That's a possibility. It's gonna be VP from Zeratul, so I imagine this is a Jaina pickup. Plus they're off lane, which they're probably gonna be facing against the Thrall. So Impy Jaina, Raynor, Chen wasn't even close. And Furious would have been an interesting pickup, but they instead go for the Chen to try to just dive that backline and kill either the Vola or the Ariel. Once you kill one half of that duo, the other half tends to be a little bit weaker. And then the Raynor, nice consistent damage to match up against the Vola. And then you have the Zeratul to burst with the Stukov Silence. Be ace in the hole at level 1 for Raynor, so you'll have some good talents there. And it's going to be the Blaze coming out from Team A-MEI-ZING, so it's going to be a 4-man Thrall then. 4-man Thrall means potentially Crash Lightning. Crash Lightning having the chance to poke more than Stukov can heal. And in that case, you start whittling down and win the poke wars pretty consistently, but you need to get all those stacks first, so it will prioritize heroes and doesn't accidentally bounce around to minions the whole time. Now, we're off to the races on Game 2 of this Best of 3 series. Will Team A-MEI-ZING be able to close out, or will Nsomnia start its reverse sweep coming in? To figure that out, we have Hunter C Jr. on ETC, Fun Buns playing Thrall, Tempest playing Ariel, Unaverted on the Vola, and Gromnin on the Blaze. On the other side, we have Tythol playing Garrosh, Jamster on the Chen, Techie playing Stukov, Solin on the Zeratul, and French playing the Raynor. And now we get to play the fun game of waiting for Jamster to load in. Ugh. How are y'all doing tonight? All doing well? For all of you who sticked around for all 3 matches today, I appreciate it. It's been a good series of games. Not gonna lie, enjoyed the games tonight. Even if I knew what I was signing up for. Still, it doesn't stop the fatigue from setting in a little bit. But we're all here. We're having a good time playing HOTS. Having the tournament go on right now. So, still loading in here. But I doubt this one will go to the legendary 5th objective. After this game, we will have an interview with the winning team captain. And since we don't have to wait on another match to start, we'll have time for that. Look, it's Jamster's the last to load again. What a surprise. We tease. As we finally load into the game on Volskaya Foundry here, we do see the Fetid Touch picked up again for the Stukov. Searing Light for the Ariel. Not having to worry too much about that then. Just going to drop the heals on the front line and inch in a little bit of extra damage there. It's going to be the Unstoppable Globe talent there. New habits for the Blaze. Prog Rock on ETC. Or Breaker on Garrosh again as we wait for this. This is going to be Ace in the Hole. I don't know why he's delaying it. This is going to be Eye of the Tiger. Don't know why he's delaying it. This one's probably Q. It could be something different. Echoes of the Elements. So we're not going to see Crash Lightning in this game. Look, it's Eye of the Tiger. Look, it's the Q talent. Look, it's actually Veteran Marksman. As ETC is thrown in there by this Garrosh. Who's going to get back out. A little bit of damage going on to Fun Buns there. A little bit of tickle. So a little surprised to see Veteran Marksman, but he's trying to scale up really well into the late game. To outvalue Ace in the hole, he needs to hit 60 stacks before that starts to surpass that damage. His Vola's going to get thrown underneath the tower, going to get hit by the Raynor Q as well, and going to barely inch out with 47 health there. Man, good job on the part of Vola to get out, knowing exactly the limits there. And just anything hits her here, and she dies. 47 damage, not that much to deal. Meanwhile, we have the Fun Bun's going to end up dying there, as Solen's going to use Vorpal Blades to finish him off and catch up. And here comes the heal camp, going to go ahead and spawn in right there on top of that. They're going to go ahead and pick up waves before they... nope, they're going to go ahead and start hitting it. French is going to start hitting it. James are pushing up into the Blaze here in the bottom lane on that Chen. As they're... you're looking at the support camp, ETC's there. They're going to throw them away, they're going to send them out, they're going to secure the cap, they're going to secure the actual support object itself, the healing beacon, and now we have Jamster who's going to be joined by Taki and Solin here on the fortification camp to pick up the turn. Meanwhile, Valarial is doing the other one. Nine stacks in a little under 2 minutes now for Veteran Marksman for Raynor there. And there's 10. So if you do about 10 stacks every 2 minutes, it's 5 stacks a minute. And you need about 30 minutes to hit your 60 stacks. There's the Unstoppable from Garrosh, timed perfectly with the power slide though, as they continue to do damage. They're going to throw ETC, they're going to look to do some damage. The Sukov Silence not quite going to be where it needs to be there, but that's level 4 is picked up for both teams now. As we saw, Ariel is going to move into the W build, which seems to be becoming more popular these days. I recommend it myself. We also are seeing... And it's like we're seeing ETC get thrown in, as the Garrosh is also sitting pretty low. He's going to dodge around there though, but needs some extra healing here. 60 health, but he's going to be popped back up right in time there by Taki on the Stukov, who's now going to back to go with mana as French finishes up this camp here. And Jamster is still pushing up into the Blaze, but not getting a whole lot of wall tower down just yet. Oil dispensary picked up there for a little bit bigger oil packages from the Blaze. Some bionic armor again, fighter flight, pretty common there on the Raynor. Of course, the Indomitable and accumulating flame. And more cube talents coming out for the Zeratul as Valarial sends out that siege camp. The siege camp already out here. Fun Bun's baiting with the fake back, and they're going to end up picking off battle there and going to secure that turn from him. That was a bait. He got baited. They're already up to 27% here on the side of Nsomnia. They're still standing on that point a little bit. They're looking to back off though as soon as Team A-MEI-ZING really shows up here. There's the ETC, so they're going to go ahead and back off, which is why you still saw this lane just trading and sitting down there. French went to the top lane there with Fun Buns to clean off the siege camps a little bit. 15 stacks for him on Veteran Marksman. He's to get to 60 again to outvalue Ace in the hole. Energized Cord picked up there for Ariel, a little bit more self-energy generation. Pinball Wizard again, we see it's actually going to be Seeker in the Dark, which seems to be the new replacement for Wormhole, going back to that talent. Heavy Slugs picked up by the Raynor, so of the larger area and the slow. It is Into the Fray, which is banned on this map, so I believe if Nsomnia catches it, it is a map win for them. I'm not going to pause because I'm not refereeing, can't do so. We'll see how long it takes for them to figure that out. There's a turn now. There's a stun coming out to Typh, but there's a lot of Stukov healing as well. And it's actually the ETC that's already dead. And as the healing beacon's there as well, and Jamster's pushing forward there, trying to finish off the Blaze, isn't going to do it. There's the damage turn coming out though, as well as they're trying to group up for Ariel. Healing is not going to be on the Blaze either. Can't do this, and I can't tell them either because I can't send messages because I'm only an observer. Alright, you see the Vola's health bar here, she's thrown in. And there's a stun out onto Ariel. There's the big silence coming out as the camp was also dropped. There's the overtime. We imagine that Jamster will drop this turn here soon, as well as there's a stun onto 2 from the Blaze. Zeratul looking to back off. Jamster, a bunch of stagger damage. It's actually Raynor who's dead in the backline to the Vola. Chen's going to kill himself there. There is the Garrosh to take a bunch of damage as well. And the Blaze is going to set fire to the back line there. And I'm going to stop looking at Vola's health. Alright. There goes the first bit of the turrets. And that's the whole wall. Japes are saying that they can go ahead and keep into the fray as long as they don't move any turrets. They're calling okay as well. They also thought it was banned. There's the whole top wall. They're working on taking the well. There goes the hen top well. It's actually getting 2 walls plus the well is a lot of value. There's Sunder coming out as it was level 10s picked up. Meanwhile, for Team A-MEI-ZING, they got Stage Dive, Sunder, Crystal Aegis, Rain of Vengeance, and Bunker Drop. So we get Stage Dive instead of the more common Mosh Pit that we've been seeing. As they're going to go for the Hill Camp, a little bit of spray coming out from Uninverted there. The Questioning variant. The second best BM spray right now, next to Wagging Finger Raynor. As Tacky and French look to pick up that Siege Camp with the all-seeing eye that is Zeratul there. We have Massive Shove picked up for Stukov. We have VP, Stormwrath Fire, Warlord's Challenger, and Rainer's Raider. There's nothing too crazy there. There's a 3-man VP though, as they're going to chase around. There's a big silence, but they're actually going to get bumped out of it by something. I'm not even sure what bumped those two out so quickly, unless they just had their movement abilities ready to go. There's a stun onto Stukov. Jamster, actually. Never mind. Jamster was the one that was back there, not Stukov. Stormwrath and Fire are going to come out now, and they're going to look for something. They're going to go ahead and use the root from it as they look for Thrall. 50 health on him. He's going to end up dying to Zeratul, who's going to trade out his life for it. There's a 2-man stun from the Blaze, though, as the Chen's going to reform. There's also Blaze sitting in his bunker. Garrosh getting low as well, but he's sitting at 42 armor, 56 armor from the physical from Stukov. Because Garrosh's armor still stacks with the other armor sources, in case you weren't aware of that. And there's Unstoppable popped by Garrosh. Nsomnia is just going to look to pick up their Siege Camp here, a little behind on the race at 13. Well, they're going to pick up on the other fortification camp. As this mid fort's not looking too healthy. Top fort's gone for Nsomnia, which is not what you want to do, and top objective is the next one. Jameson's going to get Power Slid, he's going to get dove on, but he's got the stagger. Meanwhile, I missed the Thrall getting thrown and killed here. Chen's going to drink away some of that stagger damage while he uses the well to heal up even more. As they look for something here on the side of Nsomnia, not able to quite catch anything. But meanwhile, Battle did find Vala and dodges a lot of that damage as they trade it back and forth, but she'll get healed up by RL next time they meet up. Zeratul does have VP available here as 13 talents are picked up on the side of Team A-MEI-ZING. They did get Gloom on the Vala for the little extra spell armor. Nano Machine Coating. Minus attack speed. Probably for that Raynor, who's up to 38 stacks of Veteran Marksman, a little over halfway to that 60 mark that we're looking for. That lets him pass up that damage as Siege Camp is being taken here on the side of Team A-MEI-ZING. And little metal chips there. Keeping an eye out here. You have the Garrosh there. It looks like they're just going to go ahead and try for the kill fun buttons here. Yeah, on his rotation, but they're going to go ahead and pass that up and saying, hey, let's instead just try to go kill everyone else. As Vala scouts out the Zeratul in the bush. Meanwhile, you have Hunter down here, but he's a global because he's got Sage Dive, and you have Chen down here. Took enough to share because we do have 13s picked up here. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy at all. Rallying Cry picked up on Raynor, give his allies a little extra attack speed and movement speed, not just hog it all for himself and the minions. 60% now, as they're going to send out Garrosh. But it's still going to keep counting until they actually get the Blaze off of it, or it stops at 99. But instead they're going to move it down. There's a big fight for the support camp, as there's the VP, there's going to be the silence, there's a 2-man taunt underneath of it, there's the support camp coming out as well, as there is the Aegis going to come out, and it's not going to be quite enough to save the Vala, as there goes the Garrosh as well. Bunker comes out, Thrall was sitting in it, There goes one of the mini pandas. There's enough to share helping out there, as Chen's going to finish his drink, wipe his lip, and walk away. And W for the Seeker in the dark from Zeratul going to miss. 97% on the Protector channeled so far for Team A-MEI-ZING. There's a power slide coming out from ETC as well. There's a silence. They're going to be able to body block him inside of that. That's going to be a kill. But they need to run to this objective because that's just instantly finished up by the Blaze. And their damage doesn't stop you from getting in due to the Orphea, and that was how they figured out how to fix that bug instead of changing how interactions worked. So they're just they're going to go ahead and Blaze, and Ariel's going to be in there. Vola's on her way back. Thrall's in the bot lane getting that XP, trying to get to 16, and they are getting relatively close here. And continuing to knock away. We see some pings on his way, and it's going to be probably from Fun Buns there. Trying to say he's on his way there. He's got the flank angle available. He's going to sit in that bush and ask him pretty like as they continue to slowly artillery down this. They're going to throw Vola in. There's the taunt, but he was knocked away, so it's going to actually pull Vola back a little bit. There's the Rainer. He's going to self-heal up. There's the shove onto ETC after the Maj, after the stage dive, my pardon. And they're going to probably look to rotate to the bottom lane now. They still have 28 seconds on this, 69% health. Nice. And they're going to probably... Oh, wall's already gone. That's why they didn't move down here. There's Raider. Just keep an eye out for them. On the side of Nsomnia, 16 talents are picked up here for Team A-MEI-ZING. So you need to be careful not to die as they lose their last fort to the second Protector. Reservoir of Hope picked up, so larger and larger heals as time goes on for the Ariel, if she's able to get stacks on that quest going. Thunderstorm's already finished, but pretty easy to lose if you die or misclick your Q. Aggressive shredding, more W talents for the Vola, thermal protection again on the Blaze. 16 talents about to be picked up there for the side of Nsomnia. This camp will finish it off in just a second for them, or they'll get it with passive, or Chen will get it down here. There's 16 talents available to them now as they will start to lock those in. Super Strain, Void Slash, this is really where Zeratul starts to come online. Bounty Hunter for Raynor, going to help him stack up. He only needs 10 more stacks on that, plus the percentage damage available. Earthshaker for some extra stunnage, and Celerity on the Chen. So he's going to be able to get armor and reduce the cooldown stagger a little bit. Trying to know what the normal 16 is. I normally go kick for 13-16. I know that's not necessarily the most common one. There's Indomitable popped already for the Garrosh. As ETC looks to power slide out. He will just barely clip the Garrosh to keep him from throwing him. That. Meanwhile, support camp on the top lane was picked up by the Ariel and killed off. If Nsomnia is going to turn this around, they're going to start doing it now. 16 and 20 are their biggest power spikes, especially because of this guy right here, the Zeratul. And the way French built this Raynor, he's looking to go late as well. There's a throw on the Blaze, and there's a Sunder though from the side. Here comes a stage dive. They're missing the shove on him this time. This is a two-man power slide. It's actually going to be Zeratul's going to be the first to fall. And there's the Unstoppable from Garrosh. There's enough to share coming out from the Chen, trying to heal up his allies a little bit with the shielding. And French is going to right-click away there onto the Thrall. There's the quest completion on the level 4 for Ariel as they continue to throw damage into this wall on the side of Team A-MEI-ZING. There goes the tower, there goes the gate. They're looking for this next tower. They do have a Kata there helping them out, as well as the siege camp. And there's a turret off to the side if Team Nsomnia chooses to dive in. There's the Blaze is going to be thrown in, but he's going to be able to dash right on out, not able to get the silence down in time for that to be interrupted. Definitely getting a little bit low. He's down to about half health here. Keep an eye on his armor because that will tell you exactly how much. It's 1 armor per 2% missing, so you just double that, and that's the amount of health he's missing. Around 20%, or 10, half. 1 armor per 2%. Math is hard. Caster math is even harder. As Nsomnia will go ahead and start to look at this fortification camp. This one will spawn in 10 seconds, so they're going to go ahead and position there for that one. Hunter gets the benefit of getting to stay top as being the only global in the game and having the option to stage dive down. 10s are all up for Team A-MEI-ZING, but not quite all up just yet for Nsomnia, but it will be up relatively shortly in under 10 seconds as they are already on the objective. They're not even going to channel for single percent. So they're going to rotate over, try to catch out this bruiser camp. There is the oil spill from Blaze. Raider respawning. There's VP up for them. They could have gotten about 3%, 4% already and continue to tick it, but they decided instead to go for that play. If it had worked out for them, it would have been great. If not, all well. Because that's what we see when it's an all well. Chen rotating off because they are down 20 talents now as Death Mush, Wind Rush, Diamond Resolve, Farflight, and Fortified Bunker. And there's the stage dive going to come out, and they're going to end up finishing off French there, and they're also going to finish off Battle. There's Storm Wrath and Fire from the Chen as Tithe is also getting low. He's down to 70 health, but he's going to heal himself up with his W. They're going to throw Thrall around, but he's going to end up dying on the Stukov. There's going to go the Garrosh as well, as they're preparing for the Storm with Fire. They're picking out the Storm when they know where that's the Chen respawns on, and he also holds the turret as well. He's going to stagger, he's going to dance around on these, he's going to be caught out here. He needs to be careful not to get stunned. He needs to drop the turret before he dies though, and not to hand it over. There he goes ahead and drop it now, just to make sure the enemy team doesn't pick it up, as Team A-MEI-ZING is already on their way to the top lane, potentially looking to end the game here. They're going to pick up a siege camp, potentially on their way as well. A little split still. Blaze is going to back off. He's going to finish the objective for them, or go ahead and start it, at least, as the rest of the team looks to go top lane and secure that keep, potentially going to look to finish with the objective that they will carry up from the bot lane. There goes the keep, and they have a Kata, and they have a siege camp. They're just going to back off and wait for the objective now, and potentially walk it all the way around top lane to look to end the game, but they're actually, instead of all of them going back down to the defend, they're going to continue to hang out up here and pick up the support camp to help out with their healing and mana regen when they drop it. As Nsomnia just looks to clean up some waves right now. Blaze is sitting down here, uncontested battles, making his way on the Zeratul, trying to figure out when and what to go do there. He's actually sitting in this bush. He's not going to finish going down. 80% on the objective right now. He's going to finish going down as Zeratul. Needs to be careful. If he gets stun locked, he could die. There are 3 stuns available here. They're going to catch him with the Q. He's going to put it into overtime as the rest of his team looks to move in. He just needs to survive long enough. Still down 20s on Team Nsomnia as they move in on the objective as 5. So 5v3 scenario right now as they're looking at the Blaze. There's the VP onto 2. There's the Unstoppable, but there's also in the silence. There is the Sage Dive, but he's not able to get much else value off of it. It's actually Garrosh is going to go down and then followed by the Raynor. Now it's going to be Storm Wrath and Fire coming out from the Chen as the Zeratul dies now. Storm Wrath and Fire going. There's a 3-man stun actually onto all 3 mini pandas. 80 health on one, 120 health on the other. He'd kill him! They kill him! It did not look like they apparently got just enough damage onto all 3 as Stukov finishes off there. There's the spray as well. It did not look like they were able to kill all 3 mini pandas. I'm not sure if they killed actual Chen or killed all 3 mini pandas as they move in through the bot lane. Really, they're just running past this one, I imagine, to go for this. Fun Buns is tanking right now. Uninverted going straight for the core. He knows how to win the game. The rest of the team saying we want the extra XP that we're not actually going to get because of getting the keep. As you have triple Kata here with the siege camp. I didn't realize the siege camp outranged it. Doesn't matter because the core is at 0, and that is game 2 going over to Team A-MEI-ZING. We can see here the Vala, of course, as the role of the hyper carry, really topping both siege and hero damage, followed by the Raynor, who I don't know, I can't catch. I know he passed 60. I'm pretty sure he passed 60. If not, he was right on the edge of that veteran marksman. Healing going over to Stukov actually, because we actually had a lot of healing options here. Didn't need quite as much. Tanking going over to Garrosh and then Chen. XP going over to Blaze there, as we see 16 kills to 6 on that, and that actually concludes the game portion. Go ahead and see. If they want an interview. Well played by all the teams we've seen today, for sure. While we're waiting, I guess we'll do some of the other housekeeping. Again, a reminder, tomorrow, 10:30 p.m. Eastern, we have Roll 1 versus Logical Decision here. It's a playoff match for Division B West. You can also find us on Twitter, where I try to keep you guys posted somewhat on what's going on with the channel. We'll also be doing surveys on what you guys want during the off season of NGS, whether you want POV streams of me in other tournaments, because I'll be playing in some during that off season. If you want different one-off events where you get pick 2 teams, we either have them scrim and play, or we could do things with fun rules where like they have to pick different things.
Hey,
but hey, here's Hunter coming in for the interview. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
It's all right. You?
Good. Had some good games today.
Mm-hmm.
Fun games. Two series in a row. It's always fun to play 2 in a row and win both of them.
All 3 series today that I've casted were all 2-0s. So
that's pretty nice for you, because casting 3 series in a row is pretty rough.
Yeah, I've been casting since 7, and it's now almost midnight.
Exactly. Yeah, it gets rough. I casted for Dota 2, and after 2 hours of casting, you start feeling it. So I'm glad
definitely.
the games were at least pretty not one-sided series, but shorter series.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that definitely helps. Zextrus, the guy who actually owns Nexus Commentary, does a lot of admin stuff for Dota 2, or at least he used to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's part of Beyond the Summit.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, BTS is great. They run a lot of tournaments and stuff.
They do.
I think I played at a BTS qualifier back in when Dota 2 was still in beta or something. A long time ago.
So these series, you guys won 2-0. Towers of Doom. I want to say Nsomnia had the first 4 levels, and then you guys kind of took over.
Yeah.
There's a little bit.
Yeah, we went back and forth because of overstaying, and also Fun Buns is the most overconfident Orphea I've seen in my life. Okay, so that not level 1, it was level 3 fight where it was just me and Fun Buns solo invading, was because Fun Buns was get in this bush with me, we'll one-shot whoever walks through. And I'm like, all right, because I trust my teammates, you know?
Yeah, you have to.
I was like, all right, we'll get in here. So I got in the bush, Hanzo walks up, who should be the easiest target to one-shot. I hit him with the combo fine. He combos him, and he D's out 1 HP.
He did.
And then they were just like, oh, there's a Garrosh in our bush. Let's just kill him real quick. I was telling you Fun Buns about that.
It was a fun game to watch, for sure though. I remember the exact one you're talking about, because the rest of your team ended up just finishing the Sapper camp.
Yeah, they didn't know we were fighting. Literally, Tempest said, "Oh, I didn't know you were in trouble," because I didn't say anything besides, "I hate you, Fun Buns. You killed me."
It was. I could definitely, now that you mention it, looking back, I can definitely see what you meant by the Orphea playing very confidently.
Oh yeah.
You kind of have to though on that hero. I know I tend to feed. I stopped playing Orphea because of that.
Yeah, you do, and Orphea has a lot of room for outplay with the maneuverability is really high on Orphea if you hit your abilities. So you have so much room to do stuff as long as you're hitting your abilities. But the moment 1 Q misses, you're gone.
Yeah.
You're just dead.
Yeah.
You know? But with as much burst as Orphea has, and I think he played the Orphea game fine. It was just a few instances where he went in real deep. Most of them Tempest saved him, but if you heard our comms, it was mostly Fun Bun saying, I'm flanking, and then screaming for heals.
Like a classic Genji player in Overwatch.
Exactly, yeah.
I got this. I need healing.
I got this. Well, nope. I need some help.
What's it? The problem is they're all starting to run together. So I'm trying. This is the second match on Towers of Doom. Was there a Genji? There wasn't a Genji in this one.
No.
Alright.
First game was Towers of Doom.
Second game was Volskaya. Yeah, I remember the maps. I can keep the maps in order, but it's who played what on what map and
Yeah.
which team played it in which series.
Yeah.
Because there was all the same teams, though, all 3 series. So.
Yeah, you had to. Yeah, I heard you had same teams all 3 series.
Which is why I picked them up, because originally it was just the 2 Insomnia games. Then I realized there was the one in between. I was like, I'll go ahead and pick it up too.
Might as well, yeah. Might as well just pick them all up.
Alright, game 2, you ran Valarial.
Yeah. So, is your mic working? It started cutting out there.
Yeah, no, I'm getting lag all of a sudden. The stream's also like going down right now. Let me just try to close everything I can to rescue it. I can close HOTS, I guess.
Yeah, no worries.
Alright, looks like it's starting to come back up.
Nice.
Alright. Sorry for that, for those of you who are watching. You watched the
Ario. We were going for Tass, Ario.
I guess that, yeah.
Vala, yeah.
Because that's what you guys had played last time you played on that map.
Yeah, we had played it before. We've
with Main Tank
not
Uther.
Scrimmed with it, but yeah, we tried it with Main Tank Uther before. That's a little too much because it's very banking in on the Vala.
Mm-hmm.
And we were thinking about because we were like one or the other, either Tassadar or Uther with the Ario Vala, because one of them it gives you the survivability because Vala has such low range. And it supplements a little bit of healing. So Ariel doesn't have to just constantly output healings because that's her main weakness. Is she has really good burst healing. She has good damage, but you can't do a consistent stream of it.
Used to.
So
you took that talent away.
Low cooldown, yeah.
Yeah, when you could go down to 2 instead of 4. It's funny that we talk about Ariel having like low consistent healing output when it's 4-second cooldown compared to Uther's 12.
Yeah, well,
it's the same amount of healing, but it's AoE.
Yeah, I'd say the same thing for Uther. He has low consistent healing, assault burst. But it just supplements it though, So it's like Ario healing and Uther healing plus the Uther thing. So we were thinking about going Uther that game after they banned Tassadar, but Unaverted said he was confident on his Vala that game for just doing it with the Ariel, and we felt like if I was gonna Uther into the garage, I was going to be eaten alive.
Well, you get thrown in and then you just destorm.
Yeah, well, you get
he helps you engage.
Stukov combo is the problem, and then all you are at that point is a dead heal bot.
Yeah, fair enough.
Which. Yeah, but they did have a lot of CC was the main thing, and even if I get like a decent destorm off the throw, it still usually is going to result in me dying because of their team, and I don't think I'd get that many people together. They had like a pretty divey team too, so ETC really helped the extra CC.
Could have done like just a secondary support replace the Thrall with Uther, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Also, you could talk to Fun Buns about the potential of offlane Morales. That's not a map I would take it on because it's too small, but like we've discussed it. It's a thing.
Gromman was really feeling. We had to really talk him into the place because he really wanted Asmodan. He really was feeling that Asmo. He was like, these guys have no answers for it.
It would have been spicy. It would have been exciting. It would have probably been the first Asmodan pick in Heroic.
Maybe. We'll probably pull it out then, if that's it. In NGS playoffs.
Yeah, because I think...
They're best of 5s, right?
Only the finals, and
okay.
Maybe the semifinals?
Alright.
Well, it's the Coastal Finals and the actual Grand Finals of all the divisions. So Heroic will just have Grand Finals as a best of 5.
Okay. Alright. Well, we might still pull it off. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, Mismo Skillshots, from what I know, is the only team that plays Artanis in Heroic.
Ooh,
They've played it twice so far.
We've played... But, okay, so before this, we were warming up with our sub because Unaverted was going to be a little late. And Zaramag pulled out Artanis in a BOE game. So if we got on BOE, we could have talked about an Artanis. But it's just... I know it's Shamster that plays it usually, right?
He plays offlane. No, it was Mismo Skillshot, so it's the other team, not Nsomnia.
Oh, I thought because I've seen Jamster play it. Okay, sorry. Yeah, the team names get blended together too.
Yeah.
It's just, you know. Okay, wow. I didn't know Mismo Skillshot played it. I knew Jamster did.
I don't think he's played it this season though in NGS though.
He played it in Storm League, I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like everyone's played it in Storm League at some point.
Yeah. Some more successful than others, though. That's what I'm saying. Jamster has some success on the hero, from what I remember. Some other Anubrax that I've seen in my games, no, not so much.
Artanis's. Anubrak, though, also the same thing, though. Some people just don't.
Anub. Oh, my God.
Talk about a hit or miss with players on that one.
Yeah. Oh, Jewish. Yeah, I said Anub because I pulled up one of the Mismo Skill Shots games.
Yeah. Let's see. You guys banned Alarak against Mismo Skill Shot. Was that a target ban? Because Nsomnia did the same thing, but then Nsomnia also did it to you guys one game.
Yeah, Carbon. Carbon plays Alarak Li Ming really well. Both of those two heroes. And both games we banned Alarak Li Ming against Mismo Skill Shots.
That too played the Genji on Towers of Doom. He didn't Dragon Blade till 20. That's why I remember it. It was
Carbon did? Carbon didn't Dragon till that late?
Yeah, he when they were facing Nsomnia.
Oh Jesus.
We talked about it at level 16 or when they got level 20, he picked the upgrade to Dragon Blade. And that's when we both went, I haven't seen a Dragon Blade yet. Why would you upgrade it?
That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Dragon Blade's such a situational ulti. The other one's Dragon Blade you only get now, I feel, if their team can't really punish you for it. So
Which
you just run them down.
Didn't really have that much out of ultis. So it was either trading ultis or you got Dragon Blade off.
Got it. I don't know then. Yeah. But yeah, so pretty much it was target bans against Carbon. His two best heroes by far. His Ming's insane, and his Alarak's good. So we target banned him.
Heroic.
I do think Alarak, though, in general, is a good hero right now.
Chat's saying, Tempest is saying that Heroic semifinals are also best of fives.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, we might pull out the Asmo Dunk in a best of 5 then, if we got some room to spare.
Asmodunk, Artanis, just take all of the meme heroes at once, just get them all out the way.
Yeah. Get them all out of our system.
Murky's.
If we win that game, though, imagine the headline.
Murky, Artanis, Asmo.
Pulls out Murky, Artanis, Asmo, Ana for the Nano.
And Offlane Morales.
Game 5 of NGS series wins.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be quite the story.
Yeah.
Go down as the realest meme team ever.
Yeah. Last season. That would honestly have to be our last season then.
You can't go out on a higher note. You know?
Yeah, there's no way to go higher. So you're just this is how it ends. It's not even bittersweet at that point. It's just fantastic.
Yeah.
Got your legacy cemented.
Moving on to the next game.
Yeah.
Do you have any shout-outs you want to deal?
Oh, yeah. Of course, shout out all the fans, all the people that are cast in NGS, and all the admins in NGS. You guys are the reason we're still playing, honestly, for, I think, all of our players. We don't play outside of NGS, besides warm-up games. You guys are some of the guys keeping the HOTS professional scene alive, the competitive scene. So thank you for that. Big shout out to Zarmag. He came in, had some good games. I didn't even ask till today because I didn't know till today that we needed a sub for first game. So Zarmag fit in. We had some warm ups beforehand and then 1-2-0. So that was really good. And I also want to say that we are looking forward to playoffs. I can't wait to see what's going to be happening. Do you know? Are all the teams getting in because 2 teams forfeited?
I think the last time I looked, because they do top 8, Heroic had 1 team that wouldn't make it.
Oh, geez.
And
okay.
I know Nsomnia was right on that board. It was Nsomnia versus another team who gets that last place slot.
Oh no!
So like
And you told me
Nsomnia,
Nsomnia lost 2-0 both games.
no,
Right?
Nsomnia won their first one 2-0. Mismo Skill Shots
Oh,
lost both their games. No, Insomnia beforehand in their channel were talking, and they thought they had to win both matches to squeak in.
no, it was
So
between them and Dread Pirates. So I think Insomnia got through because of that. Cool. Well, I'll look forward to seeing some of the teams. I mean, we're like a fairly new roster because some of our all but like 3 of our players left, so we had to remake the roster and all that. So
that's always fun.
yeah, not my favorite part, but I think we're clicking much. We're clicking really well, and I can't wait to see what we do in playoffs, facing some of the teams that we lost to.
Be exciting, something to look forward to. Thank you to all 3 teams and all the players on all 3 teams and all the subs that came in today, because I know a lot of teams were ending up subbing out today. Today was the last day for regular season for any division. We gotta catch it. This is, I believe, this one here is the latest running game tonight. So that means you guys were the last game of the entire regular season.
And we won. That's a good note to end it on. Going to playoffs.
So thank you to all the teams for that. Thank you to NGS, of course, for putting it all together. You can find us on this channel, obviously. You can always come back. We'll be back tomorrow at 10:30 p.m. Eastern for Roll 1 Esports' Logical Decision Division B West playoff game, as it's their second round of playoffs for Division B and lower. And then you can also find us on Twitter. There's the handle right below my name. And you can follow us there, as we'll try to keep you updated on everything going on, and there'll be polls for what you guys want to see during the off season. Thank you for coming out, and we'll see you again in the Nexus.
Cool. Nice. Thanks for the interview, man. Fun games. Thanks for casting all our games too.